asking questions at the end of the interview is a great way to stand out as a good candidate. But if you ask the wrong questions, it can absolutely crush your chances of getting a job offer. I've been in recruitment for 15 years. In today's video, I'm going to give you 6 questions that you need to never ask in an interview. Let's go. Now, the first question you need to never ask when you are in an interview is how quickly can someone get promoted in this role? Now, when you're asking that question, your heart is in the right place, but hiring managers will hate that. Here's why they hate that. When there is an open role on their team, that is a problem. They don't have a person. So interviewing someone and hiring someone is solving that problem for them. But if you're already asking about leaving and going somewhere else and getting promoted and going into a different role, you're talking about recreating the problem they are trying to solve in this moment. That is not looking at the job, it's looking past the job, and no hiring manager wants that. Now, a similar question that you cannot ask in your interview is, have you had people on your team previously switch verticals, and how have you helped facilitate that? Now, again, this is one of those questions where if you were asking it, your heart's in the right place, right? This actually happens a lot in recruitment. A lot of people in recruitment want to switch verticals into HR. But asking in the interview is again a problem. And it's a problem for the same reason. You're basically asking a hiring manager, hey, can you hire me for your job so I can leave your job and go somewhere else so you have to backfill me? That is not attractive. No hiring manager wants that. They're not going to want to walk into that. The next question you need to never ask in your interview, and I have been asked this question, I kid you not, so many times. What does your company do? What does your company do is basically like saying to them, I did no research about your company because I do not value your time or this opportunity. That's essentially what you're saying. If you ask them in the interview what the company does, you're basically telling them, I did not do the appropriate research. If you're interviewing with a company, you should know what they do. You should know their product, their services, and you absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, should never ask that question in the interview. It'll make you look like the worst candidate of all time. And trust me, as someone who has sat in the corporate recruiter seat, people do ask this. Hey, are you finding value in this video? If you are, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It's free. It tells YouTube I don't suck. And it motivates me to make more videos like this. And if you're already willing to do that, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you never miss one of my 3 free weekly videos, all designed to help you nail your next interview and maximize your career. Never ask in the interview, does your company require drug tests or background screens to get hired? This is actually something that I've experienced. I have had people ask me this question. And if you ask that question, you might as well take out a blunt and light it up in the interview. There is no way a hiring manager wants to hear you say those words. Look, a lot of companies have drug tests and background checks. And guess what? They'll tell you if they require that. Do not ask them. The only person who would ask is somebody who is worried about having to do those things. And if you ask that, whether you are worried or not, it's going to make you look like you're worried, and that is not a good thing for your candidacy. Another question you never want to ask in the interview are, do you have any other roles on your team open besides this one? It's a weird question, but it basically makes them think, well, you're not really interested in this role. If you're asking about other roles at the company, on the team, whatever it is, you're not super interested in that role. When you are interviewing, you want to be laser focused on getting hired at that company in that specific role. Anything other than that is going to hurt your candidacy. If you're giving them the idea that you're looking at other roles, other departments, other companies, it doesn't help you. It's not going to help you with a hiring manager for sure. Hiring managers are actually really sensitive about you wanting their specific role. So asking a question like that, it's going to make you look bad. Another question you do not want to ask is you do not want to ask them, hey, how soon am I able to go on vacation once I start this role? It makes it seem like you're focused on the wrong thing. In an interview, you need to be focused on growth. You need to be focused on getting the job. You need to be focused on demonstrating that you're going to be effective once they bring you onto their team. The last thing you need to be focused on is how quickly can you get down to Cancun? Look, Cancun's great. I love Cancun. But you should not be bringing up vacation right away in an interview. They're going to tell you what their vacation policies are, what their time off policies are, what their sick day policies are. You don't want to be asking about those things because it gives off the wrong message that you are focused on the wrong things. As a candidate, you are not helping yourself when you do that. Now, if you're watching this video, it's probably because you want to be a pro. You want to be like a professional interviewer, someone who is amazing, interviews, gets the job. If that's the case, watch this video here. This video here is truth about interviewing that the pros know. Look, I want you to be a pro. But if you want that, you're going to have to watch this video. I'll see you over there.